Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James, bitch.
The one and only, the original. I was born by the river. I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pistol. I was making that cash.
Bring that ass here, boy. Turn up. Fuck you, man.
Once again, it's on, you guys. Welcome to Illustrate Radio. I am T Gray, and you all see my lovely co-host over there, Miss Lucky.
Hi.
Hey, girl.
Hi, beautiful. How y'all doing today? Welcome back.
I'm good. DJ Stiletto in the building. What's up, Stiletto?
This is going to be an interesting show.
Yeah, I'm excited. You guys, we got a fantastic show lined up for you all tonight. I hope you all buckle your seat belts, get ready, because it's going to get live this evening. First things first, you all know we already got to take care of the church business, but when we get in the room, make sure that you all are following us at Illustrate_radio on IG. Make sure that you're tapped into us on YouTube. Make sure that you're tapped into WEMS Radio also on YouTube so you don't miss any of our shows. You can also catch us if you miss it here. You can hop on Roku, download your 7 On Demand app, catch us there every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I feel like I'm missing part of it. We're streaming everywhere. We're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, Apple, all of them. All of them. So don't miss not one bit of that. Again, we have a fantastic show lined up for you all tonight. We have a pretty dope guest coming in later in the second half of the show. Ken Ivey, author, entrepreneur, CEO, our man crush for today, doing big things, changed his life, changed the game, and is making a major name for himself in so many other aspects. And so we're going to dive into that in the second half. We're looking forward to that. Of course, you already know DJ Stiletto's going to give us that mix, going to get us in our pimp-ish. We on some pimp-ish today for the mix.
We on ball stuff. We on bosses.
Yes, we're on some ball stuff. Yes. Well, first things first, you guys, we're going to hop into that love and. So today's love and is love and stop hating. Okay. Stop hating. And this message is for the fellas. So I know everybody is talking about all these different situations, you know, the young basketball player, his girl, Brittany Renner, got married, had a baby, she dipped, getting all this money in child support. And so many men are up in arms. So many men were up in arms when Dr. Dre's wife was looking for so much money. So many men get so up in arms at divorces, at child support, at alimony. Like, stop hating, niggas. Stop hating. Okay, the reality of it is people come out here and make choices. They make a choice in who they sleep with. They make a choice in who they marry. And if you, for one reason, even one iota, think that these young dudes, old dudes, middle-aged dudes, whoever they are, if you think that they don't know who they're having sex with, if you think that they don't know who they're busting off in, they know. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly the type of women that they're with. And so when these things happen, I need for you all to stop crying as if it's your money. Stop crying as if you have a firm understanding. First of all, sirs, you all make way less money than the people that you're crying about. You're not even in the same tax bracket. So if this multi-million-dollar person got to come up off a little change sometimes, why are you so mad? It's not your money. Why are you so mad? Did you sleep with the girl? Did you get her pregnant? Do you put her in this multi-million-dollar home, but then expect her to pay for it off her ass, knowing good and well she didn't have no job when you met her, knowing good and well somebody else was providing for her when you met her? Like, stop it.
No, and I also, man,
stop crying. Like, I just left my show with my 2 male co-hosts crying about ass, 1, that they could never get, and 2, money that they can never pay. Like, stop crying. It's okay. It's okay.
I think also the principle, because a lot of females, we bamboozle, and we got the best game out here called our vagina. Okay. And we also know how to do trickery. And you ever say, "Oh, don't put the condom on real quick. Don't put the condom on, or take it off. Just feel better and do all this shit."
No,
and
but dudes do it too. Dudes be on some. Oh, I just want to feel it for a minute.
yeah, but
Oh, I'ma pull out. No, you not, sir.
look, I'm gonna put my hand up. Sometimes you want to feel it, even a female. And again, I just feel as though we be trickery sometimes, and we tend to bamboozle. Way we act like we wife material and mother material, and you get a kid with her, and the bitch did a whole fucking 360. Because men are very simplistic beings, so simplistic that we catch them in a lot of stupid shit because they're idiots. But
So
I digress.
it's okay. So I'm gonna and put this final little spin to this because every once in a while I bring the love below to the show. I'll be trying my best not to, but just the sexual educator side of me. We make a conscious decision in who we lay down with. Is it easy to have unprotected sex? Yes, but it's just as easy to have protected sex, especially if you know your pullout game is weak. Let's just call a spade a spade. I don't knock anybody who wants to get in it. I too love to feel the thrust in that big vein when you're about to bust. It feels fantastic. But if I'm not on birth control and I'm not offering you a condom, offer yourself one, sir. Don't come at me. I don't want no babies. Not even by accident. I don't even want you to joke about it. I don't want your little pre-cum kids. Don't do that. Don't do that. And if you're not in a position to take care of your responsibilities, don't be busting off on people. Make a better choice. That's it. Public service.
Being vindictive.
All you hoes.
I
digress.
Time for my topic for just my luck. Okay, so just my luck that I was listening to a song and it inspired my segment for today. And the song is called Love Me Good and Lie to Me. I also had this discussion with one of my closest friends, and it's pretty much like, you know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know because I don't want to feel or act accordingly. Most people say, oh, I want to know if he's talking to somebody else, or I want to know if we exclusive. I want to feel if we exclusive. I don't need to know and get confirmation. That is something that should already be felt. I don't want to have to bend or change my plans because, oh, you're going out with shorty. Because the moment somebody tells me that they can't spend time with me based off of something or someone else, I'm good off you, because I realize that you cannot manage your relationships or your friendships that you have, and that you have no control over self because everybody else controls your moves but you. And I'm good off that. Okay. Yeah, so I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I want you to put my pussy on the pedestal. I want you to put me on the pedestal, make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. But yeah, I don't know what is up with. I don't ask questions I don't want to know the answer to. So we need to stop soul searching, because when you find out the answer, your ass is sitting there really pissed off that you got confirmation, and now you got to act like you know. Like, because when I see you out in public, I'm still gonna speak. I'm gonna act the same way we do behind closed doors. But when you know, you gotta hold your corner. I'm good off that. And that is it for just my luck. Okay. What I know you want to add something on to that, Tigray.
I'm not gonna touch it.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know?
So sometimes yes, sometimes no. And that's just the reality. Like if it's somebody that I don't care about, nah, I don't care. That sums that up. I don't care what you're doing. I don't want to know. It doesn't matter to me. Like if I see you and her out, hey, what's up? Y'all good? Y'all good? Like if I don't care about you, you will know that through my actions. Yeah. If it's somebody that I legitimately care about and say, hey, I'm making an investment in them, they're making an investment in me, and we've agreed to be monogamous, then yeah, I want to know. Because once you break this agreement, a verbal agreement means, yeah, to me, like that's done. I'm finished. But
so why can't we be monogamous with our emotions? Like, why can't it be me and you when it's me and you? And not saying that I want someone else as well, because my fucking too thin to be spread out between multiple different people. My life ain't set up that way. But I also have a lot of friendships and things that I also invested and engage in the same way. I'm a little bit reversed. I only want to know if I want a way out, because the moment that you tell me somebody else is involved in the picture, my ass is dropped off the face of the earth. I'm falling all the way back. Subconsciously, I'm going to treat you differently because now I know.
I hear you and I get it. And I can respect the investment that you put into friends and other such. But the same way we tell our kids, the way you love our kids is not the same way we love these adults. It's the same thing with their friends. The way I love my friends is not the way that I'm going to love my dude. So for me, if especially if this person has the potential to be more than just my guy and be my husband, no, I don't want to take another person into a marriage. If I make you think or give you the impression that you having another person, let's say I'm the main chick and you got side chicks, or we could flip it around, I'm the side chick, you got a main chick. If I ever want something more than that position, one, I have to be willing to trust you. I'm already on some fuck shit, so I don't trust that. But one, I don't want to take those same patterns and habits into something that I find to be a little bit more serious and more meaningful. So if it's a relationship that really doesn't mean that much to me, nah, I don't care. I could have me 10 niggas. You had you 10 bras. When we get together, we get together. When we not, we not. Because at the end of the day, you don't really matter to me that much. Like, I like you, but I don't love you, and I'm not in love with you. Or I love you like we close. You my homie, and I'm gonna fuck you from time to time. But if it's something that actually matters, something that can build to something more than, or somebody that is potentially going to be my husband, or they look at me as potentially to be their wife, I don't want an extra person in it unless we say, hey, we on this polygamy shit, we on this two wife shit. Like, unless that's the agreement that we made, no. Am I going to go looking for it? No, because I feel like everything that's in the dark is going to come to the light anyway. You don't have to look for it. But
that's my thing. I just want
everything. But yeah, I'm not checking on the way out. If I'm out, I already know. Like, I'm not wasting the time to find out on the way out. Like, I'm not. But that's just me.
And I mean, talking about getting to know people. See, I'm not even just saying fucking. Like, I just want to know that I'm it, and what our time together is our time. I'm not talking about nothing with sex as of. I just don't want to know what else you're doing, because to me,
well, I mean, if you're talking about dating is dating. I mean, that's what dating is. Dating is having multiple dates. You dating, you know what I mean? So that's different than relationship. That's different than monogamous relationship. You know what I mean? That's different in that aspect. Yeah, but I mean, I hear you. Don't go looking for nothing you don't want to know. And I tell dudes this in my lifetime, like, don't ask me nothing you don't want the answer to, because I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you straight. So if you don't want to know, don't ask me. Right. But
thank you for commenting.
I'm the same way. If I don't want to know, I'm not.
Thank you for your input. I appreciate it, though.
Hey, no problem. You're welcome. You welcome. Yeah, you welcome. So, as I got hushed up just now.
My bad.
We're gonna move into
I know Tony's in the background.
I ain't worried about no Tony. Look, who on the screen?
If they don't,
who on the screen?
On time.
Okay? Tony.
Tony, we're not scared of you. Okay,
not scared.
Tony Montana. But it is time, you guys, to hop into that spit that ish. So the first thing up tonight, you guys, one of my most favorite entertainers, hands down. I love this dude. Anderson .Paak, you guys, is launching his own label in partnership with Universal Music Group, and it's going to be called Ape Shit. I'm excited. So he's created his own label, and he wants to sign artists who play their own instruments, which, to be honest, in this day and age, is very, very rare.
Brilliant.
Very, very rare. I don't know what happened to the Alicia Keys and the India Aries and the, you know what I mean? Like, what happened to them? But I get them. He's a musical genius. Mm-hmm. What he's done as a solo artist, and then what he's doing now with Sonic and Bruno Mars has been phenomenal, in my opinion. He said he wanted to start this label, you guys, to set fire to a new generation of artists, which I feel like it most definitely will. Artists who can play while they perform. He said in his press release that this label is going to be about passion, it's going to be about feeling, it's going to be about honesty, which is something that I feel like we really, really need in music. We get a lot of fluff, we get a lot of what the record execs want to hear, want to see, what they feel like pays. But what do you all think? Stiletto, let me ask you, because you the music guru for us. What do you think about this new label?
I am an Anderson .Paak fan, and I do agree with having more musicians out here, real musicians that can really offer up, a new sound. We need that. Like I've been missing the sound. Like it's just you getting the same trap songs, you getting the same everything that sounds in one line to me. And I feel like, that really separates musicians in a whole when you can, you can put out a whole nother broader thing like, oh, I can play. They playing the piano while singing that. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very rare that you even get real singers at this point that can, sing without the music, take the music out and just sing. You can't really get that nowadays, and now you can do that with the music too. I'm all for it.
All right now. What about you? Lucky? You excited?
Yeah, I'm super excited to bring the sounds back to music. I think that is something that we're desperately in need of. Will it create new sound and create new waves? Because he knows that they're out there, all these types of creative arts and these creative minds. He knows that they're out there. He just wants to know that you have a place as well. Your voice is not going to be drowned. Your sound is not going to be drowned. So I'm excited to see everything that's about to occur with the ape shit. And it's that back entertainment. It was like whatever you
so the ape shit comes from Anderson .Paak Empire. And then the rest comes from his imprint just being on some other shit. So I think that's pretty dope how he put that together. In other music news, you guys, Run DMC's my stuff messed up. Daryl McDaniels, and I know if you're a Run DMC fan, you know exactly who that is.
Yeah.
He's inked a deal with Nickelodeon and Viacom CBS, so big money coming. He's teamed up with these companies to start creating some consumer product programs. This partnership is going to have exclusive apparel publishing agreement with Random House, and it's going to be focusing, of course, on children's books, a children's line. There's going to be a voice acting role in it on Nickelodeon, on Noggin. I don't know if you have little ones. Noggin has been around for forever. Kids love it. They love it. But this is something that's really, really different. Run DMC and Daryl McDaniels in general, he's always tried to kind of step aside from that brand and build in other ways. Him doing something with Nickelodeon and Viacom, really, I'm surprised. But I think that him being a visionary, and then he's very passionate about children, that this is going to be, something that a lot of kids who don't know him are now going to start to put those things together.
Yeah, I think it's fire too. I'm excited to see.
And so a lot of the accessories are going to be inspired by his childhood. Yeah, and I don't know what that might be. I don't know if we going to be getting some Adidas hoops, or if we going to be getting some boom boxes, headsets. I don't know what that's going to be.
I want them.
Right. It's going to be, but I think it's going to be interesting. And so it's also going to be sold on Amazon. So you'll be able to have access to all the new products as well as they come out, and not just, secondhand. You know how Amazon do, y'all. Y'all know how they do. But you're going to get them firsthand. And then so when he's going to be doing 15 episodes of Noggin, so I'm excited. We'll see what happens with that. Tupac Shakur's estate announces immersive touring museum experience.
My fellow Gemini, yes. I'm excited.
Lucky. What? So
out of California.
You for what do you think about this? So I'm I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Remember how people tripped out when they did like the hologram of Whitney Houston, and everybody was like, "Ah, she not there."
Yeah.
$5. I bet any one of y'all $5 is gonna be some niggas that's
But
too
he,
funny.
Tupac was one of the first people that did a hologram at Coachella.
At
And
Coachella. Yep.
at Coachella in like 2014, some 15,
Long time.
something like that. So he was like literally one of the first people I've ever seen in a damn hologram performing. I'm just excited that because I'm a big Tupac fan. I have his books of poetry. I'm very familiar with like his line of work, his whole, just the whole repertoire. So yeah, this is about to be fire because they're going to be showing. It's going to be museum part, and then they're also going to do something where it's like more so touch and feel and all of that good shit. So I think, and
Yeah, so it's gonna be dope.
yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. Definitely there'll be music, poetry, there'll be never before seen artifacts. Um, and the immersive experience is called Wake Me When I'm Free. So this estate is launching something to really celebrate his life and his legacy. It's going to open at the Canvas in LA on January 21st, 2022. So we're going to hopefully get it in DC. We don't have all the dates, you guys, just yet, or everywhere that it's going to be, but definitely it's going to be international and it's going to be everywhere. So this is something I would really love to dive into. So little known fact about T. Gray. Tupac just happens to be one of my most favorite rappers. I remember as if it were yesterday when I found out when he died. Now I was 16 in the backseat of my stepdad's car. And when I heard it on the radio, like I cried real tears. I cried. I cried like I was so hurt. At that time, if you had walked in my room, all four walls were covered in Tupac. And I mean, I had the regular posters, I had the velvet, the felt posters, the glow in the dark, the words. Like, that was my first rapper where I feel like it had an impact. It had an impact on my psyche, on my thought process, how I viewed the world. I began to look at the world through a different set of eyes at that time. Like, it was just like, wow. So I'm excited. I can already tell y'all I'm gonna be there.
Yeah,
it's in DC. I'm going.
It needs to be. It should be in Baltimore since I mean, bruh, you lived here. You're experience. So
exactly.
Day, if it like, I'm not trying to take nothing away from LA. That was the second half of his life. His creative being, how he was touched, everything that influenced a lot of his music came from this area. So it is only right. They better, because I cried for bawling for 2 weeks. I was so affected by, like, I felt like, I know it's gonna be, y'all probably laugh at me, but him and Selena, when they passed, I was just, yeah,
I'm dreaming.
I was done. Okay, I was so done on Tupac. 2 weeks, but like, absolutely loved him. I remember listening to both their CDs. Now I'm drawing a blank, but it was it was double CDs, black. They were black. It was gray and silver, and it came with a 1 and a 2. I'm not talking about the Machiavellis. What is it called? Oh my god.
Why do I know
that girl with my rear view was on it? Ain't nothing but a gangster party on it.
Everybody
I won't deny it. I'm a fucking rider.
You wanna fuck with me?
Hey, I mean, that he is legit, just fucking amazing. Like, I'm excited. I can't, these unknown artifacts. I'm like, what artifacts? But I'm excited to see at least the poetry and stuff, because I know they have some work that wasn't published. And he has a lot of poetry. So he was a poet first before he was even a rapper.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So I'm so sorry, you guys. There's a lot of things going on in entertainment news. I'm trying to make sure y'all don't miss a beat. 2 things to be super excited about are Black women in rap. And these are 2 totally different ends of the rap spectrum. MC Lyte and Cardi B. 2 totally different ends of the spectrum. But definitely a bridge there. I'm so proud of our Black female rappers because even however much flack they catch or whatever pedestal you want to put them on, like they all kind of stay true to who they
keep
are.
going.
So MC Light, who I love, just launched. Well, she's not launching. She just landed her own sitcom on primetime TV called Partners in Rhyme. This is going to be on the streaming service All Black. Shout out to All Black because they've been putting on some dope people. I'm not even gonna hold you up. You're not tuned in to All Black, and they ain't paying me to say this, but they've been putting on some dope people. They really, really have. They really, really have. So this will be a 7-episode series, and it's going to air on a streaming service, of course, All Black. So you guys make sure you download that. And she will star and serve as the executive producer as well. So I'm excited for her. I'm excited for her. I'm excited to see what happens with this show. Another dope female, you already know, Cardi B is going to be hosting the American Music Awards. What? I'm here for all the sound effects and all the bad grammar. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Real loud and ignorant.
Ready. People have, I feel like, even with Cardi selling and doing, I feel like people still sleep on her. I feel like people still sleep on her at exactly how powerful of a tool she is when it comes to marketing, and when it comes to her being herself is her thing. And so many people overlook that. They look at it and be like, oh, well, you know, Cardi's this or Cardi's that, and she's not class, she's not polished. She's taking her unclassed, unpolished ass to host these AMAs, honey, and deposit her check. Okay, I'm excited. Press. Yes. Another dope Black chicken music that I'm excited about is my DJ Stiletto. She said no. What does that mean?
Oh, I will tell you, I am going to the No Limit concert on Friday. I'm going to be a No Limit soldier. So just in case they recruit me, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'll still tune in on Wednesdays, but I'm going to be with Master P and them. So
yes. I love Master P.
I'm Master P too.
I love Master P. He was at my daughter's school, y'all. I was jealous as a mug. It's like,
I'm going to give me a little wig, put some crimps in it. I mean, we going to be right in the front, so he need to see me.
I know that's right.
I love me some Silk the Shocker, though. That's bae.
Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, whoever. I'm right.
So look, is that what we gonna get in our mix? Is that what we getting some No Limit in our mix? What we getting? Let's see what the girl got for us today, you guys. Are y'all ready? Because I'm ready.
It's time. I'm not ready.
You're not ready? You need a minute?
No, I'm ready.
It is time, you guys, for DJ Stiletto's mix.
Let's do it.
DJ Stiletto.
I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get a dollar out of me, no Cadillac, no birds you can't see, then I'm a motherfucker, I agree. I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get a dollar out of me, no Cadillac, no birds you can't see, then I'm a motherfucker, I agree. Shawty, she in the club, she dancing for dollars, she got a dance, she just got a dollar, then it's a big phone, Jerry, go say the product, she big fool, businesses, they pay her but they bummer. I spit a little G, man, and my gang got it. I hour later had that something to remind. The trick jumping in the air saying they think about it. I gotta make for the boss trying to get a drink about it. She like my style, she like my smile, she like the way I talk. She from the country, then she like me cause I'm from New York. I ain't that chick trying to holler cause I want some. I'm that chick trying to holler cause I want some bread. I could get less how she perform when she in the bed. If that shorty get your date, come and take it.
Here.
Alright, y'all, we gonna get into it. That's why I guess. Let's get it. Yeah. We gonna take that back a little bit. Let's get it.
don't do it. I'm in the tea and the bubbles in the building. I'm with the eye cold. This man right here. Back in 92 and 94, Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
I'm in here, I can hold the field. I ain't that damn man to see the standing at the Apollo. I ain't that man. To check from the down. I'm around. You down in the side. Let's get money.
Let's get it, man. I don't know you better. Hey.
Yeah, what up, Mike? Take a look, you hypnotized behind my long, thick stretch of insides. Be real, Mike. With your thick lips and thick thighs, both hoes pass the knives. I'm passing the Nace, I'm passing the Jones, I'm passing the horse. And that ass getting tossed.
Yeah.
Fuck the hustler, book, penthouse, I'm got bitches. Sending my niggas. Oh yeah, round and round, round and round. I get around.
Check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
With the underground when we come around.
I ain't gonna hold it up too much longer.
To get wet, all respect to those who break they neck to keep their hopes in check and don't make sweat from the major league. And I don't know why your girl keeps paging me. She's having that sneeze and clowns with your knees, man. Every time she sees me, she squeeze me.
Lady, take it easy. Ain't the sound. Yeah.
Yo, bust it, baby.
Yeah. We got guests in the building. I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. But before I we're gonna take it back to DC real quick before we shut it down.
I just wanna see if you gonna lie, you gonna love me. I was getting bras way before I got the money. Honey, since I've been a star, they don't love me. Still ain't got
get that new Wale album out right now.
Poke it out, stick it out, poke it out. Yeah, she got a little butt, so what? Big bag, she can show enough. Poke it out, poke it out, poke it out. My God said the bras, they thought I was done. Pick a side, and die in the jump. I've been letting things slide, they trying too hard. Cause I ain't left the city once to travel abroad, nigga. I'm back on my bar shit. Sticking out Honda Civic, me in the car service. I really just mind my business and pray that God sort of can't really be long-winded. You talking short money today, we not cost cutting. Can you stick it out? Told me she was quarantining brand new cities out. And there might be a couple weeks to make them bitches bounce. So I mean it when I be like, what's this turn around? Don't really turn around. Okay, I just wanna see if you gonna lie, you gonna love me. I was getting bras way before I got the money. Honey, since I've been a star, they don't love me.
I would never trip about any old thing. Yeah, my heart broke is nothing in my judo. Got my jiggle with some ice on my chest just to cool my shit. And I keep me a bird cause I'm a real cold bitch. Hey, I'm a cold bitch, yes, I'm a cold piece. Looking for a Mr. Priest to get froze like me. Like a lot of cold stones and I ain't talking ice cream. Take my cream to the sun, bet I melt your whole thing. Okay, now can I take you all down? I'm certain what they want me back.
All right, you guys, and we are back. Welcome to Illustrate Radio right here on WEMS. And I know y'all ready for this second half because we have a dynamic guest, or should I say guests with the S on it in the building tonight, you guys. CEO of HHF, which is the Hip Hop Fraternity. Ken Ivy is in the building tonight. And we also have Dutch, his vice president, and we have the director of HHF Records, Boogeyman, in the building. Come on in, fellas.
Hey, welcome.
Hello.
Hey,
Welcome.
It is like I said, all fellas. I ain't know I was gonna get this pretty vixen on the screen.
We can't
We
hear.
can't hear you.
It might be muted.
Oh, we were saying hi and everything. Hi, thank you so much for having us.
See, they need to change your name to Dutch the Vixen.
That's
because,
right. That's right. I might add that. That might be a
you might have to. But welcome to Illustrate Radio. I am T Gray. Down there in the corner, this is my co-host Lucky DJ Stilettos in the building. Thank you all for joining us so much.
Thank you.
So HHF, you guys, the Hip Hop Fraternity is a movement. Started out as a directory, something to keep the hip hop community connected and networked, but you all are growing by leaps and bounds. Dutch, tell us a little bit about the vision and what you all hope to see happen with HHF.
So the vision, we started in Ken's basement, literally. There were a handful of people that had a vision that we could come together and create a think tank of our creative, our culture. Excuse me, I apologize.
It's okay.
But yeah, to come together to create a think tank for all of our artists, because lately, there's a lot of media about people getting bad deals within the industry. People not seeing their contracts until, after they sign them and, and get into these terms that they don't really understand. So HHF, we're here to educate artists, to bring them to the forefront, right? Give them some highlighting and some information that could help them when they're going to make deals within the industry. The vision, we have HHF Radio. We just started that. So definitely check us out at hhfradio.com. And we're streaming all of our independent artists and our platinum artists round the clock. We have a few shows as well. So we have a lot going on. We HHF Magazine. The list goes on.
I was going to ask you, what do you see for HHF as a brand in a whole? But you just pretty much gave us the radio, the magazine.
Oh my God!
I see you got the fashion line thing going on too. I peeped up.
Yeah. So the Letterman jackets are really popular. Everybody that sees us in them, it's like a movement, and when you see one of them, you see 50 more of them at least. So it's definitely a family. It's more of a family environment.
Definitely. So
Nice.
Boogeyman in the back. Come on, slide to the front.
Illustrate. What's
the
good?
director of
What's going, man?
HHF Records. Tell us a little bit about your artists and what it is that they're bringing to the table in 2021 that other artists aren't.
Here's the thing. What we bring into the table is real artistry, like old school artistry. I've been in the game for a long time. So when I came down and joined a part of Hip Hop Fraternity, I'm bringing experience and I'm bringing old school know-how. Okay, a lot of times with our new artists, if y'all notice how Jadakiss came on the verses, how he talked about dudes that rap over their words. Okay, so what you can expect from artists that's coming out of the HHF, man, is quality performance. We taking it back to the old school with a DJ. Shout out to my DJ. I seen you on the ones and twos, right? Well, she come in with the instrumental, right? And cats just bomb. You understand? Like it ain't no words over top of it. You got to know your verses. You got to know your hooks. You got to be on point. You got to have breath control. You got to be a real all the way around 360-degree polished artist. Okay, so what I do as a director of the record label, right? It's like I'm making sure that whatever artist that we putting out, whatever music that we bring into the table, when y'all book a HHF artist to come perform at y'all's venues and at y'all's events, like we bring in quality performance, we bring in quality stage presence, we bring in old school flavor, we bring in old school vibes. We got DJs with turntables that's cutting, scratching, slicing. You understand? Like we giving you a real experience, not just some threw together show. that type of
and
thing.
variety, right? So we literally have everyone from singers, we have pop artists, we have rock artists, we had a reggae artist come last week on Monday. So the HHF welcomes all genres of music, and not only just artists, right? So we have producers that are a part of the HHF, and models, and just anyone that's involved in the industry. They're welcome to come to the hip hop fraternity. And I didn't speak about the hip hop fraternity website, so that is the biggest thing. Anybody that's watching right now can join for free online. It's thehiphopfraternity.com. And so it's going to ask you maybe 5 questions: your name, IG, all of that basic stuff. And then you'll be linked in with our network. So whenever we got some stuff going on, you're all in the loop.
In the mix. We gotta definitely sign up for that. Illustrate got to be in the loop too.
For sure. It's family.
Lucky, did you have something that you wanted to?
Oh, well, so I wanted to get into, like, I guess, who's the author, because as far as it's Ken, right?
Yes, Ken, Pimpin' Ken. Yes, he is the author. That's correct. He is on his way down right now. Yes, he is the author of The Art of Human Chess. He also has the 48 Laws of Game. What else? We have,
He got
look. Y'all good. We gonna make sure we hit him with all them questions.
That's right. Well, all I know is that every time I am going anywhere with Pimp and Ken, everyone stops and talks about the book and how it's been an influential part of their lives and how it's changed their lives in some form or fashion. I
feel like he's very in tune with a lot of the things that, as far as like the things that affect, especially our Black men, and things that affect our Black women and things like that, from having experiences that he actually went through himself too. So it makes him very relatable. And that's why he's kind of like the big brother to a lot of people. So
that's
he's
right.
like the voice, you know what I'm saying? Like Big Meech before everything happened. He was that voice for a lot of us. So
here he is. He is on the way. We were just talking about it.
Before he walks in, I would love to know, what is the most important thing that each of you has learned from him?
Oh my God.
Well, for me, it's the business. A lot of us as Black men don't know how to do business, and y'all know how it is. People be so thirsty for fame out here. People be so thirsty for fame that they tend not to handle their business. And what Ken is bringing to the table for the artists of hip hop fraternity is making sure they got their ducks in a row, showing you not to be thirsty for the fame. Have your copyrights in order, have your publishing in order so that you don't get raped. And he's teaching you not so much to be an artist, but to be a boss.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't subscribe to that mentality because they set these thirst traps out here for these artists, and they just want to shine. They want to bling. They want to be in the spotlight. They want to be in front of the camera. Well, he's teaching.
Star.
Exactly. And what he didn't show me is just stay in the lay back and chill out and handle the business. And then once you handle the business, that's when you get propelled to the front. And you ain't got to be wet for it. You dig?
Exactly. People will see without you saying a word. Let your presence and your work speak for itself.
Yeah. So mine is very simple, and that is that you have to go through a fall through before you have a breakthrough. So we just had a situation about that, and Ken may talk about it when he gets on, but everybody in our culture experiences fall throughs, and it's how you manage those fall throughs that can determine where your breakthrough is and if you get to your breakthrough. And one thing that he's taught me is that another thing, persistence weighs down resistance. So as long as you keep going and you keep doing it, it's bound to break. You can only go up. So Ken is one of my biggest role models. I've learned more from him than I've learned probably from anyone other than my mother in my entire life, and so just like that, I would like to introduce Mr. Ken Ivey here with the Hip Hop Fraternity, the CEO.
Hi, welcome to Illustrate Radio. It is fantastic to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Mr. Ken Ivey, you have done so many different things in your life and with your career, and just transitioning from where you were to being an author, and now you're a CEO. Tell us a little bit about that transition and changing your life in that way to be the CEO of the hip hop fraternity.
Well, in life, you You get what you inspect, not what you expect. So, throughout my life, the roads that I took to get to my destiny was never the ones that got me. There was always my detours. So my life has been a series of detours. Every time I think that I'm on a track, something else happens, and I end up going down a different road. So it all started off, me in the streets, and I thought I was going to be a street gangster. I thought I was going to be just the ultimate street person. And then here come HBO, one of the biggest companies in the world. And that changed the trajectory of my life. And now I find myself, making movies. So I got over 6 films to my credit. And I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm a filmmaker. And then I went from a filmmaker to an author, from an author to a real estate investor to owning companies and just doing a whole host of things. And then, me being who I am, I didn't just want to be an author. I wanted to have my own publishing situation. So I started my own publishing company, and I was able to help. If you've seen some of the interviews with Turk, I was able to help him get his own book, and then that morphed into me actually being a literary agent. And so I started signing Boosie, I signed Ice-T, I signed Corey Wise from Central Park 5. I also attempted to sign Lil Baby. We are working on getting a deal for Bruno Mars and Travis Scott. So, we work with a lot of people in the industry that's successful. And, basically I'm the dude with the bag. So if you're a celebrity and you need some money and, you can't pay your mansion bills, come holler at me.
He said,
Okay.
he said, I'm not a loan shark, but
I got you.
No,
interest on this loan.
But the beautiful thing about it is that I went from the ghetto streets to the executive suites. I think my story can only be in America. When somebody take the round path, and like I always tell people, life is a journey. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you keep going, you keep going, you keep going, and you never know where you're gonna end up at. Like if somebody would have told me and gave me a crystal ball and told me that I would be the CEO of hip hop fraternity, I wouldn't have believed it. So we don't know what our crystal ball is. If you go back to the 1700s, and if you had told people that we was gonna have the internet, we was gonna have Zoom, and we was gonna have all these other avenues in order to communicate, and airplanes and skyscrapers and stuff, nobody would never believe it. So sometimes in your journey in life, the good steps. The Bible said the steps of a good man are ordered by God. We have the best of planners. We are planners, but God is the best of planners. The Muslims say Allah is the best of planners. So, we know that, even though we may have go down a certain path, but God may have something in that crystal ball that, leads us to our journey.
So what do you think was your most pivotal moment that was something that said was a complete detour in your life? I know you said HBO, you mentioned that being a part of it, but was there anything that happened in your life that affected your path more personally versus that opportunity?
Yeah, being a literary agent, me being illiterate most of my life, not being able to read, being a bad student, in and out of jail, I didn't think that, I would ever be what they would call erudite or intellectual. So when they asked me to write a book, it literally made me almost jump out of my skin. I said, what? But when they said $250,000, I said, oh yeah, I'll write whatever book you want me to write. And then so what's pivotal about that was the book ended up becoming a bestseller. And I got people like the guy that owned LA Fitness and celebrities and scholars, all of them tell me how profound the book is and how it was impactful in their life. And that was a pivotal moment because I didn't know I was an author. I didn't know I could write as good as well as I can write. So, and my publisher, I had Karen Hunter. I don't know if y'all know Karen Hunter. She wrote the book, The Video Vixen. Remember that with Green Stephan? Okay, well, she was the co-author of that. When she became the co-author of my book, I was like, oh, I ain't got to do nothing. But I ended up writing the entire book myself. And that was a very pivotal moment to me because I didn't know I didn't know all that grammar that going to college when I finally decided to go to college and learn, about English 101, English 102, and how to construct a sentence and, run on sentences. I didn't know that all that stuff would come to fruition. I would actually utilize it until, somebody offered me $250,000 to write a book. So that was a very pivotal moment. And then people started telling me I was smart. And, when you're in the streets, you don't think about being smart. You know, that's the last thing you want to be. You want to be smart. You want to be street smart. You want to have a PhD, a player and hustler's degree, but you don't want to be smart. You know, in the sense of, you know, a nerd type. And then I just, man, it was just that was a very defining moment in my life. And then for me to be signed to a major publishing company owned by CBS, Simon and Schuster, that was a pivotal moment too, because I didn't know who these people was. You know, I didn't know nothing about no literary. I'm like, who, what? You know what I mean? They offered me 25,000. I said, that won't even pay for the front end clip on my Mercedes Benz. So I turned down the 25,000. Then they kept coming to me. And then once I did my due diligence, my research, I said, oh man, it's the biggest company in the world. You know, so that was another pivotal moment for me, even for these people to even be thinking about me. I didn't even know I was doing nothing. I was just doing stuff. I didn't even know I didn't know I was accomplishing anything. I thought I was just being myself, you know.
Accomplished a whole lot of
Right. So I have a question. And I'm gonna try my best to tread lightly, you guys, as I ask this. For anybody who kind of knows your history, they know that at one point in your life you were a pimp. But to do that job,
not a pimp, but the greatest pimp.
The greatest pimp in the country.
Put the greatest with it. You know what make
you want awards great? And everything for it.
But you know what make people great?
What's
that they're always 3 seconds faster than anybody else around them. I was 3 seconds faster than anybody in my community in that lifestyle. And Michael Jordan is always 3 steps faster than anybody on the court. Muhammad Ali was 3 steps faster than anybody in the boxing ring. Mike Tyson was 3 steps, and that's why I say I was great, not because of any specific talent, but it's because I was always quicker than everybody. And that's what greatness is. Whoever see in life, you either first or you're number one. Whoever get there first, whoever become number one, they consider the greatest. That's what I mean by that.
In doing that, it's a lot of different tactics I think that you employ when you're in that role. What of those tactics or what of those things did you employ in that role have you been able to utilize in the business world, or are the things you learned there only useful in the streets?
Well, I had to be a master psychologist. You know, I mean, when you're dealing with that game, you're dealing with human resources. You know, you're dealing with the management of the mind. And people, women, I hate to tell men this, that women are some of the most intelligent creatures on the planet. Women are way smarter than men. Y'all got like a 7-year jump on us in terms of intelligence, because y'all think more, y'all have more time, to analyze things. Y'all more analytical. Men, we are more impulsive. You know what I'm saying? We're more into stability, bringing home the food, doing just men thing, taking out the garbage. But, women, y'all more analytical, I mean, that's why I always say, that's why she's my vice president, because I like to put women in powerful positions, because I know women get stuff done. So, you know what I'm saying? That was the thing that I had to do. I had to manage a bunch of smart women, you know what I mean? Even though they were in the streets, they still was somebody's daughter, they came from somewhere. And so that was the thing that, I had to learn. I had to understand psychology. I had to learn body language. I had to learn, how to make some people feel better than others. I had to turn people against each other. It was always a form of manipulation and strategy and kind of deception. It was a lot of deception going on. At the same time, there's a lot of realness going on too, because one thing that I think what made me such a successful guy in that lifestyle was that not only did I had the mouthpiece, but I also dressed nice, and I always carried myself, like a gentleman. I mean, you can't find nowhere in the history where I had violence against women. I was always smooth and intelligent. And a lot of guys didn't understand that if you dress nice and you smooth, you're going to attract women, and that's how I was able to use some of my tactics. I feel like if you're going to tell a woman, I'm going to buy you a mink coat, or we're going to be the greatest, we're going to have these Mercedes, we'll have these Rolls Royces and all these different things that, guys do when they're trying to get females to, get into their orbit. If you're going to tell them that, if you bring that to the table, then you already got advantage. And I think that was my advantage. That's why I get chose with my mouth closed. They always made their choice Rolls Royce, and that was me. So that was one of the things that I was really good. Then it's like, you got to have value. See, a lot of men are weak. A lot of them weak to women. They tend under the zipper. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm talking about. They let their little head beat the big head. If you know what I'm talking about. So that being said, I was always the type of guy that I had a meat on my Peter. The longer they stay, the longer they had to pay. If they thought I was handsome, they had to pay my ransom. If they wanted me to take a chance, they had to give me my money in advance. So that was the value. I was like a Picasso page. So
I'm using at least 3 of those this
I'm
week. Just so you know, I hope you didn't copyright none of that because I'm
Nah,
using
nah.
at least 3 of them.
Public information.
Public information.
Take all of it.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to go
Back to business.
because, baby, you smooth as
I feel
butter.
inspired. Like I do. I feel inspired as we speak. Just
Every Monday at the Hip Hop Fraternity, Whiskey Teas.
Oh, seriously, I'm gonna be logging in every Monday. Like,
Oh yeah, we're gonna make it live, and then we got the Hip Hop Fraternity Radio, so y'all can log on to that. We got the Hip Hop Fraternity, social media. We have our own social media. Thanks to Dutch. She's the director, and she do all of those type of things. And we're moving pretty fast. We're the fastest growing organization in hip hop. We're the largest organization in hip hop. You just go to the website, you see we got over 1,100 members on the website. We got another 900 members that elected not to be on the website. So
and chapters.
We got chapters in different states. We got Claiborne, Milwaukee. We got Brother Stacy in Denver.
y'all have a
We
DC
got,
chapter?
huh?
We need a DC chapter.
Yeah. We got a brother that we're working with in DC right now. That's going to be opening up a chapter. A brother by
yeah, I
the name
saw
of Dan.
Mystical is
He's a
in
Mystical on my
charge.
board. Ice-T on my board. Boosie is a member of my organization. Matter of fact, if you go to my Instagram today, you're gonna see Boosie doing an endorsement. We're doing a party on the 12th. So we just left his house, literally, and you'll be able to, in about an hour or two, I'm gonna put the thing up there. Y'all can see it. So we attracting a lot of celebrities. I've been on a lot of records. I don't know if y'all know this.
Oh, we
Yes.
got
Yes.
I got about
We got
5
the
plaques.
resume.
that was a couple of people, Lil John, a couple of people.
Yeah, I got about 5 plaques with Pimp C. I got 1 plaque with Jermaine Dupri. Me and Lil John got about 8 plaques. 8 million sold. I got a plaque with 50 Cent with the Sabrina Baby Boy mixtape. I got a plaque with Loom. Me and Loom did about 2 million. Me and Jermaine Dupri Instructions that did 1 million. The UGK album went double platinum. I got plaques. I got more plaques than certain artists out here. But I don't boast it. I don't really. It's really not nothing to talk about because I don't believe that I reached my total goals and my mission. I believe that my ultimate goal is to help other people to help themselves, and that's why we started Hip Hop Fraternity. We give the kids food for free. We let them perform free. We let them in our facility free. All this come out of my pocket. I finance the whole project. And the objective is to teach our people knowledge of self. We have to come back into our own. We've been for so long giving our culture and our intellectual property to other people that it became a travesty. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when is we going to stop this madness? This inappropriate behavior. You can't keep producing. We go all the way back to Chuck Berry. They've been raping us and stealing our culture for a long time. And with the Hip Hop Fraternity, we're claiming that culture back. And I'm teaching them about blockchain. I'm teaching them about NFC technology. I'm teaching about NFTs. I'm teaching about copyright, BMI, EPK, stuff.
That's important. It was important.
Yeah, you got that. You got to understand that you can't continue to succeed in this country. We have been deemed a permanent underclass. We are suffering from abject poverty. Most of the money have been locked, sealed, and keyed into the hands of the dominant society. About 85% of the wealth is locked in. When you see all them skyscrapers, you're talking about the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Mellys, the Gettys. They control all of this. So our thing is to say, look here, man, this is one thing that we can control, and we can control the internet. The internet is the 4th industrial revolution. It's the only place where you ladies can have your own show uninterrupted, where y'all ain't got to worry about, talking to CBS or NBC and CNN, and they can just regulate you. So, this is an opportunity for y'all to create wealth for yourself and for y'all children, and that's what we're teaching them. We're teaching them, look, man, autonomy is the key. Autonomy is the key. Independence is the key. So that's some of the things we teach, and that's some of the things that I'm proud of.
Well, I'm proud of you, brother.
I'm proud of you, really.
I'm proud of you, brother. It's one thing to talk the talk, totally different to walk the walk. And the fact that you are creating this bridge for so many in hip hop and creating this resource that I feel like it's so needed. We overlook Black business a lot. We
All the time.
overlook the person who's trying to make it and who's trying to keep it in the culture. And what you're doing is not only building artists, but you're building entrepreneurs. You're building businesses through every person that you talk to and that you teach, and that is amazing.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah,
a
that's
lucky.
amazing.
Leaders, everybody here at HHF. I mean, we start off as artists and we develop our skills as artists, but also within business, because as you know, the 90% business, 10% music, it's real, you know, and Ken teaches us that, you know.
That's
And,
super.
and you know, I mean, it's much needed in the African American community. We have been a marginalized people. We have been socially engineered. You know, if you look at slavery, you know, and you go back to 1860, which is the eve of the Civil War. You know, at the eve of the Civil War, we as a people, I think we had I think we own 2% of the wealth of this country. At the eve of the Civil War, I think that we had over 50% of the incarceration of this country. 2021, we are 51% of the prison population, and we still only have 2% of the wealth of this country. You know, and the reason why is because we don't practice group economics, we don't practice group politics. You know, we spend our money with other people and we spend it indiscriminately. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we go, as soon as we get some money, we at Lenox Mall. You know, as soon as we get our stimulus checks, you know, we are at, you know, Perimeter Mall. But the problem with that is that, you know, when you spend your money and your wealth for the other people, then, you know, and you take it out of your community, then you empower those other communities. And then when you see these people living lavish, you see them in beautiful homes. The only reason why is because you're spending 100% of your wealth you're spending 98% of your wealth, and they spending 100% of their wealth. So they spend 198%, you know, of wealth that you help contribute by taking your money over there. You know, and then look at our cities. You know what I mean? Let's just get real. You know, I mean, I'm gonna break it down for y'all real ill, right? You know, look at our cities. Anywhere you got a major city or a major metropolitan, they got bridges. You know what I mean? You go, the bridges go right over our community. So that means that the Europeans or the white people don't have to stop in our community. So all those businesses, they suffer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and they strain because there's no inactivity, there's no activity for those business. But then the nearest exit, you're getting off at a community where you're spending money with another demographics. So
Yes, very true.
so when you think look at the Jewish people, they spend 8 to 10 their money bounce 8 to 10 times. The Arabs bounce 15 to 20 times. You know, the Mexicans,
doesn't
and
have
all these people.
it's like a little church and it's right out.
Yeah, so they got little Mexico, they got little Cuba, they got little Greek town, but you ain't got no little Ghana. We ain't got no little Nigeria.
We ain't got Jamaica, we got a little Haiti. That's about the only one we got.
Yeah, but you know, Haiti, Toussaint L'Ouverture, you know, that was something unique within itself. You know, that brother was so intelligent. A lot of people need to read about the Haitian Revolution because that was something. That was the only revolt in slavery that actually succeeded. You know what I'm saying? When you look at what them brothers did there, they not only took over their situation, took over their country over there in Haiti, but they also was able to convert some of the Europeans, some of the colonial people that was part of the colonial empire into their fold. You know, Toussaint was a master, he was a mastermind, and they used music. We don't even know they used music to communicate. So they would sing songs, and those songs would be
been used against
war tactics, huh?
I said that's exactly what's been used against us is our music. Like a lot of the industry now is filled with music that really isn't as empowering as it once was back in the times where we were growing up. The music that we grow on is not the same. So it's good to actually see that somebody from that era as well is actually empowering us to think way outside the box and not really suppressing us anymore with the same music. You understand what I'm saying? So it's
well, you know, when you think about it, right? You know, Lil Wayne is my case study, right? When I look at Lil Wayne, and I knew Lil Wayne, you know, if you ever seen that interview with Turk Baby used to call me every day. I mean, we was friends. You know, I've been in all juvenile. Just look at the videos. I'm in all those videos. But, you know, Lil Wayne, when I met him, he was an innocent looking little kid. He had no tattoos or nothing. So what Lil Wayne started wearing tattoos and he started screaming that he was a blood. He's the most successful artist on the planet at this time. And what that does is, you know, that encourages young people to want to be Lil Wayne because they think that the only way you can get a record deal is to become a blood or to put tattoos on your face. And then we started seeing young people doing that. You know, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, they some beautiful sisters. God bless their soul. I'm pretty sure when they go home, they raise their daughters and their children, you know, amicably. You know what I'm saying? In an honorable manner. But the thing, the depiction that they're giving is they're allowing young girls, you know, they call them little bees and little Mickeys and little Cardis and all this stuff like that. You know, they got no name for their fans. And these fans are young girls who are emulating and imitating, you know, what they do. So what we have to do, we have to sit down in a council. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if they sit down hip hop, we got to decide what type of depiction and what type of what type of you know way we want to be regarded as a people. Do we want to change the narrative? But as long as we keep fostering the narrative, then the powers that be, you know, the so-called, you know, white supremacists, and I'm gonna call them what they is because you know that's what they is. So-called white supremacists, they're gonna keep financing you to act inappropriate and for you to feed this garbage, this dirt, and this filth to our community. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what sells. And then you know they tell them, well, you just express yourself. It's art. Okay, there's a lot of other art going on. Like I tell people, you know, everybody know about Martin Luther King, but do you know about Percy Julian? Percy Julian, look him up. It's called The Forgotten Genius. The man is so profound. You know, when you look at his history, yeah, I mean, no disrespect to Martin Luther King, to Malcolm X.
But we could all be great in our own right, and he was great in his own right.
Yeah. All of them was great, but I'm saying Percy Julian, right? The Forgotten Genius. He was so profound, and you know, if you look at his struggle, it's the Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Nelson Mandela all combined in one. But the end of the story is positive. See, Martin Luther King, I love him to death. I mean, I wrote about him in my last book, The Art of Human Chess. But the thing about the Martin Luther King story is that you have to question your diabolical enemy, or why would he make a street on every corner and make a holiday for somebody, you know, if he won't even let us eat at the same counter or he won't let us in the same school. Well, the reason why is because they killed him. You know, it's like it's a form of a white supremacist glorification. Like, you know, yeah, y'all love him. We do all this for him, but guess what? We killed him. Black Wall Street, the same thing. Look at Black Wall Street. They killed 300 black people.
Yeah.
They tell you that this is the greatest time in black history. That's a lie. Want me to tell you why? Because Kanye West is worth $6 billion. He's worth 3 times the GDP of Black Wall Street. They only had a $2 billion GDP. The gross national product was number 2 billion. But they feed you this stuff, but you don't look at the backstory, the hidden messes, and all of this stuff. That's why they keep putting this stuff in y'all face. They don't want you to talk to me. They don't want you to talk to Dr. Anderson. They don't want you to talk to Tariq Nasheed. They don't want you to talk to anybody that's intelligent, that's going to give you the real depiction of what's going on. Because as long as they keep you blind, deaf, and dumb of knowledge itself, then they can continue to hoodwink you, bamboozle you. You know what I'm saying? And Malcolm X would say. So you know what I mean? The first thing to start with is knowledge of self. If you know, first of all, we got to quit calling ourselves Negroes, color, black, and Ethiopian. You know, ain't no land called Negro, ain't no land called color, ain't no land called black. I tell you one thing, and this gonna shock all of your listeners. If you think you nigger, if you think you color, you think you black, then let me see you go to a land. If they deport us, let me see you call to a land. But I tell you what, if they deport a German Shepherd, you know where the German Shepherd gonna go? To Germany. You know where the French poodle gonna go? He gonna go to France. You know where the Irish settler gonna go? He gonna go to Irish. You know where the Chinese poodle gonna go? He gonna go to China. Where you gonna go, Negro? It's a shame a dog got somewhere to go, but we ain't got nowhere to go. We got to educate ourselves. These are the games they you know, you look at the black and white thing. That's by design.
That's
everything white.
This is it basically exists literally to keep us trapped in a circle. That's really what black and white is for. Because black and white don't.
Well, look at it. If you look in the dictionary, everything white is good. In the dictionary, everything black is bad. Now, if you step over a black cat, that's bad luck. In chess, the black piece move last, the white piece move first. And having all the angels, you know, are white, and all the black folks in the kitchen cooking chitlins. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you look at angel food cake. Angel food cake is white, devil food cake is black. Everything associated with black, even the pool. You know, the white ball control all the balls. The A ball is the last ball to get locked in. You know, if you black, get back. If you white, you all right. If you brown, stick around. If you yellow, you mellow. So all of these things are the things that we got to start looking at. And that's where education, see, that's how I got my knowledge. Once I got knowledge of self, it's easier for me to go into Simon & Schuster and do $1 million deal and don't worry about it. Now, when I negotiate, I always negotiate 10 times higher. If I want $1 million, I want 10 million. So if we get 5 million, I got 4 million more than what I was anticipating because I got so much confidence. I got so much knowledge of self, and I love my Black self because I know my Black self is the original self. And how can I prove that? You know, all you got to do is look at, you know, if you look at history, Louis Leakey and Mary Leakey. You know what I'm saying? You know, you look at biology. You know, you look at when they went into Kenya. And when they got to Kenya, they found some bones that was 14 carbon dated over 2 million years old. And them bones they call Zinj Anthropus. Zinj mean black and Anthropus mean man. We are the original people. The African American people, we are the original people.
We make every shade, every color, everything comes from us.
Man, listen, hey, Mendo say, sister, I don't mean to be talkative or loquacious, but Mendo say that you can get the recessive out of the dominant, but you can't get the dominant out of the recessive. He said that darker genes are dominant and white genes are recessive. So the only way you can get anybody is through our Black cells. If that's what you want to call yourself. I don't subscribe to the word Black, but if that's what you want to call yourself, you are the original man and woman. And the woman was who they found first.
Number one.
They found the woman.
Mitochondrial gene that nobody else got.
Huh?
I said that's why we have the mitochondrial gene that no one else has.
Yeah, melanin. We got that melanin. Melanin produces intellectual skills as well as motor skills. You know, when you see Michael Jordan jumping high, that's melanin. When you see Percy Julian winning that award, you know, for being the smartest chemist in the world, that's melanin. You know what I'm saying? And you know, melanin, if you see a banana and the banana is dark, the dark part of the banana is melanin. You know, the darker your skin, the more you have a chance of survival.
When carbon and melanin hits together, that's what it creates.
Absolutely, sister. You're very smart. You're very intelligent.
Thank you.
I'm gonna learn something from you tonight.
I'm learning so much from you.
Indeed. Look, fair exchange, no robbery. You've given us so much to walk away with and so much to give to our listeners. This has been phenomenal. I wish we had you for the entire hour. Like, this has been so great.
Y'all keep as long as y'all want. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all, and I just want everybody to go to thehiphopfraternity.com. Yes. I want people, if they want to follow me, they can follow me at hiphopfraternity.com. You know, I got my personal page. You know, people say, why I still keep the name Pimpin' Ken? Because I tell them I'm Pimpin' Ken. I'm pimping myself now. Yeah. You know, and I gave that illustration on many interviews before. You know, I mean, I don't have nothing against women. You know, that was my past. You know, it's like somebody selling drugs. I didn't know better. I didn't know, for we knew not what we do. You know, we were just in the ghetto and we didn't have no other choice. And that was just the choice that I picked. But in reality, you know, I really love women. I have 6 daughters, you know what I'm saying? All of my staff is predominantly women. I might have only 2 men on my staff because I feel that women, you know, are the future. They're the first teachers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody love women. We all came from one. Mm-hmm. Nobody got here unless they came through a woman. I don't care who you is.
Right.
And if you eliminate the woman, you eliminate the whole planet.
Everything.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much again. You guys, we will be right back here next Wednesday, 9 to 10 p.m. on Illustrate on WEMS Radio. You all make sure that you follow and support my guests, www.hiphopfraternity.com. Get up on everything that he is doing. Catch up on these books, you guys, because I'm trying to tell you, my guy has read your books. And when
talking about the 48 laws of game,
he couldn't stop talking about.
Which one you talking about? Which one? Which one he read? 48 laws of game or the art of human chess? Well, if y'all want to get the book, y'all get on audible.com. You can listen to it today.
Listen to all the audio.
hiphopfraternity.com.
And the hiphopfraternity.com.
HHL?
HHL.
HHL?
HHL.
I learned something new.
So thank you so much. I feel like we need to have a part 2. We got to bring y'all back. We got to bring y'all back. We need to have some artists on too.
We want to come back.
Somebody to perform for us. This is Illustrate Radio, you guys. Again, we will be right back here next Wednesday, 9 to 10 p.m. Make sure that you are following us at Illustrate_radio. Make sure that you are tuned into us. Hop on your Roku. Download your 7 On Demand app and catch this replay every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, whatever. We everywhere, you guys. Lucky, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Make sure
I feel like we have been fed
He ain't said nothing.
mentally, spiritually. We just got it all together just now.
I feel kind of like overwhelmingly. You know, when you overstuffed and you like, oh my God, I just ate
Yes.
so much. That's what I feel
Ken
like.
just came in and gave it to us. Boogeyman in the back, Tooth Fly, Dutch Vixen on the building. Like, we just had a fantastic
You just changed your whole name.
We
Changed
did.
her
We
whole
did.
name.
Stiletto's gonna take us out of here, you guys. You enjoy this mix, and we will see you all next week.
Good night.
Okay.
Y'all niggas got me hot. Niggas got me hot. Hey, well that's exactly what a nigga came for. You throwing shots from afar. I'ma meet you at your front door. So hard to be doing what you really meant for, beauty. Don't I make it look easy? Don't I make it look good? Hey, now you drag it up, all right, nigga. Come on, what I'm supposed to do now? Give me your top, get all that shit. Now come on, you gon' have to back it up. If I get too high now, nigga, come on, I might never come down. I might never come down. Let me get down. I got two dads, and shit gonna be rubbing my feet.
Check, 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 check. This is Illustrate Radio. What an amazing show. We gonna see y'all next week. Same time, same place on all platforms. You know what it is. I'm DJ Stiletto. Peace and blessings. We out.
I was born by the river. I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pussy. I was making that cat. Bring that ass.